Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Cairo, Illinois, camping at the confluence of the Ohio and the Mississippi River. I'm going to be camping at one of the primitive campsites out here. So we're standing at the southernmost point in Illinois at Fort Defiance State Park. Now I just looked on the website and it said something about a permit, but the app that I was looking at said that it was free. So when I came in, there was a information sign up at the front. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ride back up there and we're going to check that information sign, see what we need to do to get registered, or if we need to get registered, and then come back down here and get started setting up camp. And so right after this, I walked down to the water to get some B-roll shots, and as I was walking back to my truck, this car started slowly rolling through the drive of the state park. It came to a complete stop on the other side of my truck and camper. I'm not sure what they were looking for or looking at. My suspicions kind of started to get raised, so I kind of getting a not so great gut feeling, because first off, coming into this state park, it was completely vacant. Like, there was nobody there. It barely looked like there was any signs of life. So that car stopped right behind my truck and then eventually started easing forward again. And as they were easing forward past my truck, they started yelling. I could hear them yelling profanities. They said something about my dog, just nonsense basically. That's not a great thing to hear from somebody, yelling from a suspicious car driving through a deserted state park, somewhere that I don't really know a whole lot about. I get back to my truck and I start driving back up to the top where the information sign is, and there are 3 cop cars sitting in that parking lot, kind of blocking the way that I would go to get into the parking lot where the information sign is, and 2 more pull in as I'm pulling out of the state park. I didn't pull in behind them because it looked like they were getting ready to do something. It looked like maybe they were getting set up for some type of raid or a bust or something like that. That again kind of gave me an additional uneasy feeling that maybe there's a lot of crime around here. And I know one thing's for sure, that I'm going to trust my gut on something like this. So I'm heading over into Kentucky. We're going to see if we can find a place to camp this evening. Things don't always go as planned on these trips, but we're gonna make the best of it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I do like that. Man, I like that.
Yeah, it's good on the gas, and it's just, I've got a twin bed in there. It's set up that you could put a double or a full-size bed in there, but I just have a twin, and my dog sleeps on one side and I sleep on the bed. And
Wow.
got a little galley area in the back, and that's all that I need.
Wow.
It
You
only-
got a little awning out here?
Yeah, I got awning on both sides.
Wow.
I took it out to Colorado earlier this year, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, and I'm planning on going out to Arizona, Nevada, California, and Utah next month. So, nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you.
All right, this is a little bit different than the last spot. A lot more established. Really nice. Obviously, I'm paying for the site, but it has electricity. So I can plug in, not have to worry about running the heater, running my battery down, anything like that. And there are some places where we can explore. I think we'll walk over there. This spot seems a lot safer. It's about $30 a night, which is not too bad. That price comes with security, some cool trails to check out. some nice overlooks overlooking the river, and I think there's a museum or something over there, so we'll may check that out here in a little bit if I get the e-bike down. So we got Fort Quinby. So I guess this was part of the fortification, and maybe the fort was back that way, overlooking the river. He's pulling me. He's going 15 miles an hour and he's pulling me. The mighty Mississippi. So Columbus-Belmont. On November 6th, 1861, Union General U.S. Grant moved on Columbus from Cairo, Illinois, which is exactly where we just were, using steamboats. As Polk's defenses at Columbus were strong, Grant attacked Camp Johnston, a Confederate outpost at Belmont, Missouri. On November 7th, Union troops initially routed the Confederates, but after the Southern reinforcements crossed the Mississippi River from Columbus, the Federals returned to Cairo. So apparently Fort Defiance was a Union Civil War fort. And this was a Confederate Civil War fort. It definitely has a good advantage viewpoint. See them coming from a mile away in both directions. My hands are cold after that. I bought some gloves, some nice thin but good insulating gloves. They've got to be in my camper somewhere because I cannot find them anywhere. So I got the heater running. I'm gonna hang out in here, look out at the view a little bit, and kill some time before dinner. I just took a nap. Let's get started on some dinner. So I picked a rotisserie chicken up from Walmart earlier. And we'll throw that in there with this honey mustard chopped salad. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the worst nights of sleep I've had in a while. It was 100% my fault. I definitely didn't drink enough water yesterday or the past couple of days and had a splitting headache. But I drank a lot of water last night. Drank a whole one of these, 64 ounces, that's a half a gallon. So these are a good, cheap, high protein breakfast for when you're out here camping, hiking, that kind of stuff. I think it was like $2, and then I just put a banana in there, so clean breakfast is what I'm going for, you know. Biscuits and gravy and pancakes are great, but this is a little bit healthier. Maybe allow me to do this a little bit longer as I get a little bit older. Well, all right, y'all. This trip definitely didn't go as planned. I had planned to camp back there at Cairo, cross Illinois off my list, camp here tonight, what would be tonight in Kentucky, cross Kentucky off my list because I'm trying to camp in all 50 states. I'll be able to drive this to 48 or 49 and we'll have to figure out how to get me and Buck across to Hawaii when the time comes. But we're gonna get packed up here. There's really not much to pack up. Just kind of get everything secured inside to make sure it doesn't roll around on the ride home. And we're gonna get on the road and head south. Maybe a little bit warmer down there. You ready to go, Buck? Let's go. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will catch y'all on the next one.